Today we are going to take a look at one of the saddest movies that had ever gotten made. It's actually made by a very successful comedian, but this movie is so sad people often forget about it. The name of the movie, how you saw in the title, is Happy Gilmore. On the surface it's one of many funny haha comedy movie, but let's look deeper. At the beginning of the movie you can see his dad's passion for hockey. Happy, inspired by his father's, has the same passion for the game. His dad has so much passion that his mother left and went to Egypt, leaving him and his dad alone. And as if that wouldn't be sad enough, his father is killed by his passion, a hockey puck to the face, leaving Happy Gilmore alone. He is forced to move to his grandma's home and living a childhood without his parents. After years of care, he moves out and is able to stand on his own feet. Failing to live his dream of being a professional hockey player, he works as a janitor and other small jobs, but with no real education. The only glimpse of hope he has is the yearly hockey selection, which he fails every year. Coming home from that, failed again, frustrated and drained, his girlfriend leaves him and is never seen again. On top of that, his grandma's house is getting sold since she committed tax fraud, and every childhood memory is took right in front of his eyes. In need of money, he brings his grandma into a seemingly nice retirement home, which actually turns out to be very abusive. Forced into getting some kind of income, he discovers that his shot at golf is very impressive, but at the cost of 2 people dying. An ex-pro golfer sees his raw talent and begs him to go to tournament. Even if he wanted to become a hockey pro, in the need of money he is willing to do anything. Winning some money on different tournaments and being bullied over and over, he decides to go on a national tournament. And while surprisingly his best friend, coach and mentor, he kills him by surprising him and falling out of a window. He wins the tournament and buys back his grandmother's house. Really the only thing good in this movie other than a love story. So, as you can see, this movie is pretty deep and sad. It relies on very different subjects, so let's analyze some of them. The first one is the self-love Gilmore has. It's actually none. Gilmore has actually no self-love. He is very narrow-minded and has only his passion in his mind. Although he has some really strong, deep emotional bonds with people who really care about him. But he throws that out of the window just for that one simple glimpse of hope of becoming a pro hockey player. And if need, the biggest need his grandmother has, he then turns himself away from his only self-loving thing he has and becomes a hockey pro, a golf pro. We can clearly see that Gilmore lives in a society, and actually it's pretty sad that nobody else cares. Like, no neighbor or non-profit organization tries to help his grandmother. She's just left alone. Nobody there to care. Alone in this deep world. I'm really stunned by this movie, by its deep philosophical meaning. And I mean, the end of Evangelion is really nothing. It doesn't even come close, you know. It's really sad to see how one of my favorite movies can go down the drain by this such a deep, sad movie. On that note, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a better day, a better life, a better experience with society and the people around you than Happy Gilmore, the real victim of society and its oppression. I also wanted to say that we live in a society, just so you know, and Adam Sandler as an actor is magnificent in the movie. You can see really he's made to be Happy Gilmore. Forget about Zohan, Click, or anything other than that. Happy Gilmore is just the peak of Adam Sandler. It's hard to describe since nobody has ever seen something like it. And there probably never will be something like it, since Happy Gilmore is one of the kind influential movies. If this movie was shown in cinemas today, there would be riots on the street. Free Happy Gilmore, live your life, and I don't know. You can clearly see even how the passion and love for money of his old boss has drawn first him away from Happy Gilmore on hating him, and then he comes back just oozing his hate out into happiness to Happy Gilmore, being narrow-minded, shot in the head by a nail gun from Happy Gilmore. It's insane how this movie portrays his protagonist and antagonists. Both have just a very narrow-minded focus on their goals. And this is a Saturday evening, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'm just going on a tangent here. I'm just speaking out my mind about Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is a murderer. He killed two innocent people, who just were minding their own business. He almost killed his boss with a nail gun. In this supernatural event where he didn't kill. Actually, he killed 3 people. He almost killed 4. He killed his best friend. And he didn't even flinch. He didn't even shed a tear at the funeral of his best friend. He just knocked on the casket and was like, yeah, I was a good man. Happy Gilmore has no emotions. I don't know how he can feel love or pain for anything. His fucking girlfriend leaves him and he fucks immediately someone else. How can you do that? How can you be so heartless? What goes on in Happy Gilmore's mind that we, the common people, the common peasants, don't understand? What is Happy Gilmore? And in what society, in what world does he live in? Where this is acceptable? Where people cheer for him? We're going down a weird spiral right now. You can see in some of their shots where like he jumps into water and like fights an alligator and chop off his head. It's also how human interact with nature, like how we are trying to take over nature and defeat it. It's pretty sad, actually. Come to think of it, you can also see all the golf balls laying on the ocean floor. This resemblance of the pollution. Happy Gilmore was so deep. I was just doing a surface level analysis on Happy Gilmore, but apparently we're going down a very, very big spiral. He doesn't care about friends, he just has his love for his grandmother and occasional love story, which actually is more drawn towards the back. The main focus is sports and how he failed to become a professional hockey player. Actually, probably the last wish of his dad. Why didn't he contact his mother after all these years? Where was she? Why did she leave? And why did she never come back? What happened to her? We will never know. And on that note, guys, thank you for watching. And I hope that we one day will understand the complexity and the deeper meaning of Happy Gilmore. See ya.